Have you ever wondered how big a tree can grow? Across the globe, some trees are so massive they feel like natural skyscrapers. They've survived droughts, fires, and centuries of change, standing tall as symbols of resilience. But how big is too big for a tree? From fireproof giants to ancient survivors, these incredible trees are larger than life itself. Number 20. Baobab Tree. Imagine a tree so large it can store thousands of gallons of water right inside its trunk. This is the baobab, often called the tree of life. For centuries, this remarkable tree has stood as a symbol of survival, especially in the dry, unforgiving African savanna. Baobabs can grow over 80 feet tall and spread 36 feet wide. Their thick, swollen trunks act like giant water tanks, storing precious moisture to survive in regions where rain is rare. These ancient trees, some thought to be over 3,000 years old, have twisted branches that resemble roots reaching toward the sky, earning them the nickname upside-down trees. But the baobab isn't just big, it's incredibly useful. Its fruit, known as monkey bread, is packed with nutrients. With 6 times more vitamin C than oranges, it's a vital food source for both people and animals. The tree's leaves, bark, and seeds also have countless uses. The seeds produce oil prized in skin care and hair care products, while the bark is used for making rope and traditional remedies. In places like Madagascar and South Africa, the baobab holds deep cultural significance. Many communities consider it sacred and tell stories about its life-giving powers. Number 19. The General Grant Tree. In the heart of Kings Canyon National Park, California, stands a tree so massive it feels more like a monument than a plant. Known as the General Grant Tree, this giant sequoia is a symbol of resilience, history, and national pride. Rising to 268 feet, as tall as a 16-story building, the General Grant Tree is one of the largest living things on Earth. Its base is equally impressive, with a circumference of over 107 feet, and its massive trunk holds 46,618 cubic feet of wood. The tree was named in 1867 to honor Ulysses S. Grant, a Civil War general, and later the 18th President of the United States. In 1926, President Calvin Coolidge declared it the nation's Christmas tree, and in 1956, President Dwight D. Eisenhower designated it as a national shrine in memory of fallen soldiers. It's the only living tree in the U.S. with this unique honor. At an estimated 1,650 years old, the General Grant Tree has faced countless challenges over the centuries. Its thick, tannin-rich bark helps protect it from fire and disease, allowing it to thrive in its ever-changing environment. Number 18. Kairi Tree. In the ancient forests of New Zealand, a tree stands tall, commanding reverence and awe. This is the Kairi Tree, often called the god of the forest. These towering giants have lived for thousands of years, embodying strength and resilience. Kairi trees can grow up to 50 meters, 164 feet, tall, with trunks so wide they stretch over 5 meters, 16 feet, in diameter. One of the most famous is Tane Mahuta, a kauri known in Maori tradition as the god of the forest. Estimated to be more than 2,000 years old, Tane Mahuta reaches an incredible 51.5 meters, 169 feet, into the sky. Its trunk is so massive, it would take over a dozen people holding hands to encircle it. To the Maori people, the kauri holds deep cultural and spiritual meaning. In the colonial era, these trees became highly valued for their strong, durable wood, perfect for building ships and homes. But the kauri is more than just timber. Kauri trees produce a resin called kauri gum, once a prized resource for making varnish in the 19th century. This resin fueled a booming industry, but today it serves as a reminder of the tree's many uses and its historical importance. Sadly, these ancient giants now face a modern threat. Kauri dieback disease, a root infection, is endangering even the oldest and largest trees. Conservation efforts are underway to save these living legends. Number 17. The Tree of Tule. In a small town in Oaxaca, Mexico, stands a tree so wide it's hard to believe it's real. The Tree of Tule, a Montezuma cypress, holds the record for the largest trunk circumference of any tree on Earth. This ancient marvel is estimated to be over 2,000 years old. Its trunk measures an astonishing 42 meters, 137 feet, around, with a diameter exceeding 14 meters, 46 feet. The sheer size once led people to believe it was a cluster of trees fused together, but modern DNA testing confirmed it is a single, unified organism. Although it stands only 35 meters, 116 feet tall, its massive base captures the most attention. Its rough bark is said to hold natural patterns resembling animals like jaguars and elephants, adding to its mystique. Locals call it the Tree of Life, a fitting name for a tree that has inspired wonder for centuries. According to Zapotec tradition, the Tule tree was planted by a priest named Pecocha to honor the Aztec wind god Ehecatl. Its spiritual significance continues to attract visitors from around the world, making it a cherished cultural symbol. Number 16. Thimama Marimanu. Imagine a single tree so massive it feels like stepping into an entire forest. That's Thimama Marimanu, an extraordinary banyan tree in Andhra Pradesh, India. Holding the Guinness World Record for the largest single tree canopy, this living wonder stretches across an incredible 5 acres of land. This tree has a story as rich as its roots. It's over 550 years old, and legend says it grew from the funeral pyre of a widow named Thimama, who committed sati, an ancient practice where widows sacrifice themselves on their husband's funeral pyre. Because of her act, the tree is considered sacred and is believed to have mystical powers, especially for couples hoping to have children. Thimama Marimanu is no ordinary tree. Its sprawling canopy is supported by nearly 4,000 aerial prop roots, creating the illusion of a dense forest rather than a single tree. These roots twist and turn, forming natural tunnels and pathways that are both mesmerizing and easy to get lost in. Beneath this vast canopy, an entire ecosystem thrives. Birds, insects, and small mammals call this tree home, making it a haven for wildlife. What's truly remarkable is how the local community cares for the tree. Young roots are carefully guided using bamboo sticks to help them grow strong and in the right direction. For heavy branches that might snap under their own weight, stone supports are placed beneath them to prevent damage. This dedication ensures the tree's survival for generations to come. But Thimama Marimanu is more than just a natural wonder. It's a sacred place. Beneath its leafy expanse lies a small temple dedicated to Thimama, drawing thousands of pilgrims every year. Rituals performed here are said to bring blessings, particularly for fertility. Number 15. Denia fir. Hidden deep in Oregon's lush forests is a Douglas fir so tall and powerful it feels like nature's skyscraper. Known as the Denia fir, this towering giant rises to an awe-inspiring height of 327 feet, about 100 meters. With a trunk that measures 11.5 feet in diameter, it's one of the largest of its kind. Discovered in 1989 and once called the Brummett fir, this tree thrives in the wet, temperate climate of Coos County. Its home is an old-growth forest where it has quietly stood for centuries, weathering storms and the passage of time. But even giants have their struggles. The top 15 meters of the DNA fir have been slowly dying, causing it to lose some of its height over the years. Despite this, its enormous trunk continues to grow, with an estimated volume of 8,120 cubic feet. Its resilience, even in decline, is a testament to the strength of nature. The tree is part of a protected area managed by the Bureau of Land Management. A half-mile trail through the towering forests of Oregon leads visitors to this natural wonder. Standing beneath its canopy feels like stepping into a cathedral, surrounded by the stillness and grandeur of the ancient forest. While the DNA fir stands tall and proud, the next tree on our journey stretches wide, creating a connection to the earth like no other. Number 14. Monkey Pod Tree. Imagine a tree that not only grows tall and wide, but also improves the very land it stands on. The monkey pod tree, or Samanea saman, is a tropical wonder that does just that. Native to Central and South America, this tree has traveled far, thriving in places like Hawaii, Thailand, and parts of the US. Its massive umbrella-shaped canopy can stretch over 100 feet wide, offering shade like no other. Standing 70 to 80 feet tall, it's a favorite in parks and plantations, where its shade brings relief from the sun. What makes the monkey pod tree truly special is its ability to enrich the soil. It fixes nitrogen from the air, turning it into nutrients that help other plants grow. Its leaves and pods fall to the ground and decompose, creating natural fertilizer. With a strong root system, it also stops soil from washing away during heavy rains, protecting the land from erosion. During the dry season, the tree's pink, fluffy flowers bloom, drawing bees, butterflies, and birds. Its seed pods, filled with sweet, sticky pulp, are enjoyed by both people and animals. In some places, this pulp is used to make drinks that taste like licorice. The tree's wood is strong and easy to carve, making it popular for furniture and traditional crafts. In Hawaii, monkey pod wood is often shaped into bowls and other unique items. Beyond its practical uses, the tree holds cultural meaning. Hawaii is home to a famous monkey pod known as the Hitachi tree, a symbol of strength and pride that draws visitors from all over. Number 13. Seam. Not all trees survive because of their strength. Sometimes it's pure luck. That's the story of Seam, a towering giant in Tasmania's Evercreech Forest Reserve. Seam managum, also called a white gum, and it stands out as one of the white knights of this forest. At an incredible height of 91.3 meters, about 300 feet, it soars above the canopy with a trunk circumference of 11 meters, 36 feet. Its sheer size, with a volume of 180 cubic meters, makes it one of the most impressive trees in the region. What's remarkable about Seam isn't just its size, it's its story of survival. Decades ago, this ancient tree, over 300 years old, nearly faced the axe during logging operations. But when loggers saw its towering height and beauty, they decided to spare it. This moment of awe led to the creation of the Evercreech Forest Reserve in 1977, a protected area to honor and preserve these magnificent trees. Today, Seam stands tall and proud, but it isn't without challenges. In recent years, signs of decline have raised concerns about its future. Conservation efforts continue to ensure this giant remains a symbol of nature's resilience. As Seam watches over the forest, the next tree in our journey fights against time and human impact to keep its legacy alive. Number 12. YellowMoranti. Deep in the rainforests of Borneo grows a tree so tall it seems to touch the clouds, the YellowMoranti. This towering giant, also found in parts of Malaysia and Thailand, is one of the tallest tropical trees on Earth. One YellowMoranti, named Manara, holds the record as the tallest known tropical tree, reaching an astonishing height of 100.8 meters, about 330 feet. It was discovered in 2018 in Malaysia's Danam Valley Conservation Area. Scientists used lasers and brave climbers to measure its incredible height, confirming its status as a true natural marvel. Its trunk is slim and straight, supporting a canopy that stretches 40 meters wide, a breathtaking sight in the dense jungle. But this giant is in danger. The YellowMoranti is endangered due to massive deforestation and habitat destruction. In just 3 generations, nearly 80% of these trees have been lost to logging and land clearing. Its wood, prized for making plywood and lightweight furniture, has fueled overharvesting, putting its future at risk. Beyond its size and timber value, the YellowMoranti is vital to its ecosystem. Each tree supports a miniature world, home to over 1,000 species of insects, fungi, and plants. Its fruits, designed with 5 wings, spin like tiny helicopters as they fall, scattering seeds far from the parent tree to ensure the next generation. Number 11. Lost Monarch. In the misty forests of Northern California, a tree so massive it feels otherworldly stands hidden among the giants. This is Lost Monarch, one of the largest coast redwoods on Earth. Found deep in Jedediah Smith Redwood State Park, Lost Monarch towers over 320 feet high and measures an incredible 26 feet across. Standing beneath its colossal canopy, you feel the weight of its history and size. Discovered in 1998 in a grove aptly named the Grove of Titans, this tree isn't just tall, it's vast. It holds nearly 35,000 cubic feet of wood, making it one of the largest trees by volume in the world. What makes Lost Monarch even more fascinating is its crown. Its branches stretch nearly 70 feet, creating a sprawling canopy that feels like a natural cathedral. High up in its branches, mosses, ferns, and even small plants thrive. Some of these species may never have touched the ground, living their entire existence in the heights of this tree. This giant is a vital part of its environment, offering shelter and resources to countless creatures. The bark, thick and resistant to fire, provides a home for insects and small animals, while the canopy captures sunlight to fuel the forest's ecosystem. Number 10. Raven's Tower. Deep within the misty forests of Northern California stands a tree shrouded in mystery and grandeur, Raven's Tower. This Sitka spruce, found in Prairie Creek Redwood State Park, reaches breathtaking heights. Discovered in 2001 by tree explorers Michael Taylor and Ron Hildebrand, it originally measured 317 feet tall. Recent estimates suggest it may have grown to over 329 feet, making it one of the tallest trees on Earth. Raven's Tower thrives in the cool, foggy climate of the redwood forests. The constant moisture fuels its growth, while its bark is alive with mosses, lichens, and ferns. This tree is so extraordinary that its high branches sometimes form their own soil, allowing new roots to grow right in the canopy. It's like a forest within a single tree, teeming with life. To protect this natural marvel, its location remains a closely guarded secret. This ensures it's safe from harm, preserving its beauty and mystery for future generations. Number 9. Centurion. In Tasmania's wild forests, where survival is no small feat, one tree stands as a symbol of resilience: Centurion. This mountain ash, known scientifically as Eucalyptus regnans, towers over the landscape at more than 100 meters, 328 feet. Discovered in 2008, it holds the title of the tallest hardwood tree in the world and the tallest flowering plant on the planet. Its base, over 4 meters, 13 feet, wide, anchors it firmly in the rich Tasmanian soil. Centurion has endured nature's harshest tests. During the devastating Tasmanian bushfires in 2019, its trunk was burned, yet it survived. Despite the scars, this ancient giant continues to grow, proving its incredible strength and adaptability. The tree's name, Centurion, marks its significance. It was the 100th tall tree discovered by Forestry Tasmania. It stands among other towering eucalyptus trees whose presence shields it from the winds and lightning that threaten these giants. Number 8. Nanth Logal Mina. Nanth Logal Mina, meaning mother and daughter, is a tree with a story of survival and cultural significance. This towering southern blue gum, standing 301 feet, 92 meters tall, is one of Tasmania's most impressive natural landmarks. Found near Vale, it earned its name through a cultural project led by Aboriginal students in Sydney. For over 300 years, this tree has stood strong, weathering the forces of nature and narrowly avoiding human destruction. Once threatened by logging operations, Nanth Logal Mina was saved through conservation efforts. Today, it is protected under Forestry Tasmania regulations, which safeguard trees taller than 85 meters. While southern blue gums are often harvested for timber and eucalyptus oil, this majestic giant reminds us of the irreplaceable value of old-growth forests. Nanth Logal Mina stands not only as a natural wonder, but also as a symbol of resilience and the importance of preserving the past for future generations. Number 7. King Stringy. Sometimes the biggest wonders hide in plain sight. King Stringy, a massive Eucalyptus obliqua, is one such hidden giant. Rising 86 meters, 282 feet into the sky, it's as tall as a 28-story building. Its trunk, more than 4 meters, 13 feet wide, holds an incredible 230 cubic meters of wood, making it a true forest titan. Located near Waiatina, King Stringy gets its name from its rugged, fibrous bark, which acts like nature's armor. This bark is especially tough at the base, protecting the tree from harsh weather and ensuring its survival in Tasmania's cool, temperate forests. For years, this massive tree went unnoticed, despite being just minutes from a main highway. Today, it's celebrated by adventurers and nature lovers who marvel at its age, size, and strength. King Stringy is a reminder that some of nature's most incredible secrets are right in front of us, waiting to be discovered. Number 6. Denia Excelsa. Hidden in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, Denia Excelsa, also called Angelum vermelho, is a giant that rises above the canopy, touching the sky. Standing at an astonishing 88.5 meters, 290 feet, it holds the title of the tallest tree ever recorded in the Amazon. This incredible discovery was made in the Purus State Forest in northern Brazil, a remote and pristine part of the rainforest. What makes this tree truly extraordinary is its ability to fight climate change. A single Denia Excelsa can store as much carbon as 500 smaller trees. Its massive trunk acts like a natural vault, locking away carbon dioxide and helping reduce the effects of global warming. But this tree isn't just about height and carbon storage. It's a vital part of its ecosystem. Its towering canopy provides shelter for countless insects, birds, and plants, creating a rich microhabitat high above the forest floor. However, its dense, durable wood makes it a target for logging, putting this species at risk. Number 5. Lost Monarch's Legacy. From the Amazon's towering giants to Southeast Asia's endangered treasures, trees like Lost Monarch and Denia Excelsa remind us of nature's power and importance. Among these iconic trees is the Shorea johorensis, known locally as Shorea, a giant that has supported its rainforest ecosystem for centuries. Reaching heights of over 65 meters, with some specimens towering up to 82.4 meters, this tree commands attention. Its straight cylindrical trunk, measuring up to 1.6 meters in diameter, is an architectural marvel. Above, its sprawling crown provides shade for the forest floor, while supporting countless plants, animals, and insects that rely on its canopy for survival. The Shorea johorensis also produces damar resin, a fascinating natural resource. This hard resin, harvested by making small cuts in the tree's trunk, was once used to seal boats, create varnishes, and even fuel torches. Amazingly, a single tree can produce resin for up to 30 years, showcasing its lasting contributions to human and ecological needs. Unfortunately, this remarkable species is now critically endangered due to habitat destruction and overlogging. Its highly sought-after light red Moranti timber has made it a prime target for deforestation, threatening its survival. Number 4. Princess Picella. Deep in Tasmania's Florentine Valley stands a tree so tall it feels like it could touch the clouds. Known as Princess Picella, this towering Eucalyptus obliqua, or brown-top stringy bark, rises to an incredible 290 feet, making it one of the tallest trees on Earth. What makes Princess Picella truly remarkable isn't just its height, but its resilience. These trees thrive in Tasmania's cool, moist climate and have adapted to survive the harshest conditions. With rough, fibrous bark and straight, towering trunks, they are built to withstand forest fires. The thick bark acts like natural armor, protecting the tree from flames and other environmental threats. But Princess Picella is more than just a survivor. It's a giver. This magnificent tree supports a bustling ecosystem, providing shelter and food for birds, insects, and other wildlife. It stands as a vital part of the forest, connecting life above and below its canopy. Number 3. Quinault Lake Red Cedar. On the misty Olympic Peninsula, a tree stands so ancient and immense it feels like a link to another time. The Quinault Lake Red Cedar, a western red cedar, is one of the largest trees in the world outside of California's famous redwoods and sequoias. This giant stretches 174 feet into the sky, with a trunk nearly 20 feet in diameter. Its enormous form holds over 15,000 cubic feet of wood, making it a true natural wonder. Believed to be more than 1,000 years old, it has endured centuries of storms and rainfall, standing strong as the world around it changed. The Quinault Lake Red Cedar also holds deep cultural importance. For the Quinault Indian nation, these trees have been more than just part of the forest. They've been a source of life. From providing wood for canoes and baskets to symbolizing spiritual connections, western red cedars are woven into the history and traditions of Native American tribes. Recent storms have damaged the tree, causing parts of its massive trunk to collapse. Yet, even in decline, it remains a powerful symbol of resilience and an irreplaceable piece of both natural and cultural heritage. Number 2. General Sherman Tree. Imagine standing before a living giant so massive it feels like a wooden skyscraper. That's the General Sherman Tree, the crown jewel of California's Sequoia National Park. This ancient sequoia has been growing for more than 2,300 years, reaching a height of 275 feet, 84 meters. But what truly sets it apart is its size. With a trunk volume of about 52,500 cubic feet, it's the largest living tree on Earth by volume. At its base, the General Sherman measures an incredible 36 feet in diameter, wider than most city streets. Standing beside it is like standing next to a 26-story building. This tree weighs an estimated 1,385 tons and continues to grow. with its trunk expanding by over a centimeter every year. Despite its age and strength, General Sherman isn't invincible. In 2006, a massive branch fell during a storm, showing that even this mighty giant isn't immune to nature's forces. Still, it endures, standing as a symbol of resilience and the timeless beauty of the natural world. Number 1. Hyperion. Hidden deep within the untouched forests of Redwood National Park is a tree so tall it seems to pierce the sky. Hyperion. This coast redwood holds the title of the tallest living tree on Earth, standing an incredible 380 feet high, taller than most skyscrapers. Estimated to be between 600 and 800 years old, Hyperion's exact location is kept secret. This secrecy protects both the tree and its fragile ecosystem from harm, as excessive human traffic can damage the surrounding habitat. Hyperion's massive trunk holds around 18,600 cubic feet of wood, making it a true marvel of nature. But its importance goes beyond its size. The tree plays a vital role in its environment. Its roots help control water flow and prevent soil erosion, while its towering canopy provides shelter for countless plants and animals. Redwoods like Hyperion are also champions in the fight against climate change. They capture and store vast amounts of carbon dioxide, helping to slow the effects of global warming.